We do have some late game aggression, but this is it. Team First Blood up against New Wave. As you said nicely, the final game of the North American Challengers Tournament.
Man, Team First Blood, you know, after sweeping that best of 5, they definitely want to just take this all the way. I mean, I know they're riding on momentum here, right? And that's the big thing. New Wave is going to be working from just behind that entire night for you guys, right? In NA, and that's the thing, right? They have to be very careful with this game as everything is on the line here. Ooh. And there's already the hook coming out from Gina.
They're going to need, I mean, Tamal, I know he hasn't played the greatest, but they're going to need to be careful with these hooks. I've seen him land them. I've seen him do the deal, and we haven't seen him playing Franco all night, but this could be the game that makes a difference.
And notice too, Trex, right? We've got both teams rolling with the jungle emblems this time around, right? And we haven't seen, honestly, all around the regions, we haven't seen Alles pop up as much. I know he did, you know, for a time, but he still has great clearing, potentially has great damage, and if he can just farm up on those objectives, it's going to be nice. But, you know, once again, top lane going to be the focus here.
Yeah, and they are possibly coming in. New Wave. Prophecy does rotate up with that Wings by Wings. Going to give a little bit of a aerial support to the side of Team First Bloods here, but keep an eye on Indo here, hanging out in this tri-bush. Decides to disengage. Team First Blood now holding the turtle pit, but New Wave is on their way.
Yeah, and so, you know, again, this is the thing, right? You have to be very careful if you are Team First Blood in approaching these objectives. You might even want to just give some of them away. As I said, we could possibly see the Sakai in the side lane, which he went, right? And now, how do you utilize your heavy spin, right? How do you find those right angles against this team of New Wave that it is actually very difficult to find those angles on? I mean, unless you find Tamal, right? You find Tamal, you might be able to get, he might be easy to get, maybe Indo. But that's, again, we're going to see the struggle here of this Akai, and they're just going to give this turtle away. They don't need to really contest this. It's still pretty difficult to contest against a Ballman anyway, but the focus here in the top lane.
The airstrike does come down. Jappa will go down. First Blood going once again to Team First Blood, and that's a good sacrifice. You give up the turtle, but you get a nice gank in the lane that we've been saying matters so much. Now, I'm wondering, Dogtor picks up this Yuzong, right, to deal with the Farza. We have Tamal to also deal with the Farza, but maybe it's a little bit too much when the real problem, as we creep into the very late game, could be this Claude, could be this Alles, who, yes, like you said, we haven't seen played a lot, but the damage still will be there. It's going to take a while. It's going to wait until that passive really kicks in. I think it's level 12 that the final evolution of his hammer axe kicks off. So it's going to be a bit till we see him really be engaged in this. But if Prophecy can get his position right, there's still some heavy burst damage from 3 major members, Prophecy, Gina, and Alice. If we get to that late game, Team First Blood definitely has the insurance for it.
Tomal looking for the Flicker Bloody Hunt combo there. Not going to happen, though. Prophecy literally prophesizing that one out, is able to escape. So, like, that's the thing, right? Anytime there's a Franco on the board, oh, they're already in the top lane, though.
And he does get a hook right on to Joybaj, but Tamal, I guess, ends up going down in the top lane. Gina able to make a blazing duet play. The ult is gone. Joybaj now getting chased down from Jappa. Gina trying to support him, uses that mirror image to get away there. But once again, Indo holding down this tri-bush, but Prophecy with the aerial support, using that Wings by Wings to rotate up to that gold lane every single time.
So, going back to the point of the Franco, right? Like, you can miss every hook in the game until you land that one hook that counts. And that can, and the thing is, that can go both ways. When I say the hook that counts, either you win the game with that hook or you lose the game, because we've seen hooks before where they hook the wrong target and it ends up to be a game-losing hook. So you got to be careful if you're Tamal, and I mean, that's something that Tamal has kind of struggled with for the entire series, but now Turtle.
Yeah, and Dogtor with that Black Dragon. Gina does focus in, able to get New Wave away from the turtle. Dogtor still in black form, does land down on top of God Mode. God Mode shut down. Joybaj gets a kill onto Tamal, though, but Indo is on a rampage. Luffy forced to back off, forced to run away. New Wave keeping presence over this map, finally gaining a little bit of ground here.
So, like, you know, Ziggy finished the turtle there. It was a 1-for-1, but Gina Godmode was the one that went down. And meanwhile, they're still focusing here on this top lane, right? The gold lane. Jappa the entire time was just able to pretty much farm up, get this extra gold off the turret. They're going to most likely get this turret as well. And so Joppa just got a ton of gold there. And as you can see, they're about a 1k in lead now, right? So that is exactly what Joppa needed here to have a better time on this Bruno. He did just pick up that Berserker's Fury too, so that's going to be a nice pickup for him. But still, if you're talking about both gold lane matchups or gold lane players for the teams, it's a different thing, right? Gina God's mode idea or game plan here is very different from Joppa's. Gina God mode just needs to go in, pop the Blazing Duet, and get out, and let the rest of the team, clean up from there the best he can. Whereas Joppa is really going to be looking for positioning, trying to get those empowered just hits off, and now at the bottom, once again, going to be the focus.
Blazing Duet does come in. Ziggy forced to use those black shoes. The suppression does come on. The Bloody Hunt onto Joybosh. Joybosh with that bulwark shield, able to keep them at bay. The hook misses from Tamal. Here comes the Newman on blast. Does not secure the stun onto Ziggy. Indo now here to help back up once again. Always a little bit late to the party though, Indo. That'll make a big play, but Luffy with the heavy spin landing on Indo and Ziggy here. Kid trying to find the moment. Does not land the ult, but Ziggy maybe getting taken out here. Brought very low, does not have the back shoes, but the rest of the team is here. Dogtor with the Black Dragon, able to rotate down and help bring that fight into the hands of New Wave. Continuing to be aggressive here. Joybaj needs to back off, but New Wave is starting to take more and more presence over the map.
This is the thing that kind of concerning about Team First Blood's composition, because when you use that Blazing Duet and it's gone, where is your damage, right? When you use the Feathered Airstrike and it's gone, where is the damage? And so I feel like that's the struggle here. But now in the mid lane, I mean, already forcing Joybotch here, Gina God mode.
Yeah, trying to come in with the Blazing Duet does bring Dogtor quite low, able to flicker back and keep them at bay. I was a little worried about Joybaj there. He needs to find those angles on that Newman on Blast a little bit better, because Tamal is just ready to lock down onto him.
And going back to the, where's the damage when those ultimates are out here from Team First Blood? Yes, at some point, Kid will have that damage with Ollis, right? He's getting closer there by the minute. But the thing is, you have to be able to get in range of that. And that's one of the things here about New Wave's composition is they have a lot of good disengagement tools. Even Dogtor, if he decides to kind of sacrifice himself for the team, that could work out in his favor. I mean, look, the focus here in the bottom lane, and he's just going to Black Dragon form and totally negate that setup from Team First Blood, right? So these are the things, the obstacles that Team First Blood has to work around.
Yeah, they're going to need to find a way to either bait out some of these skills, but it's a lot of skills. The Black Dragon, the Bloody Hunt. There's so many things that they need to work around in these team fights. It may be just a little bit too much. Another tower now falling into the hands of New Wave here. New Wave for the first time in 4 games, having the upper hand in the early start.
See, you see those attacks coming out from Joppa. He doesn't have any kills. He doesn't really have anything fancy. He's just kicking people in the head with the soccer ball, right? They literally
the hard soccer ball.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's just so much damage to output here, and we saw Kid just taking the brunt of that damage. I mean, again, even Luffy and Joybodge, the two pretty much frontline tanks of the team, take quite a bit of damage already from New Wave. As we see them continuously building on that gold lead here, they find a huge hook.
Oh, that is a bad hook at that. Luffy getting picked off. That could be one of the hooks that matters, right? That could be, they've now secured the Lord Pit for Lord 1. They're not even going to wait for the Enhanced Lord. They know they're on a roll right now, so they're going to take down this Lord and keep up the pressure. Kind of what Team First Blood has been doing to them in the past 3 games.
Yeah, that's tough again, because in this game specifically, right, you feel like Team First Blood didn't really get the draft maybe that they wanted, or maybe they went with something that they were confident with, but unfortunately for now, Gina Godmode hasn't really been able to do what needs to be done. But the one great thing here is there's great clear potential from Team First Blood. If they really want to drag this game out to the point where, they are able to equalize themselves in itemization, it could work really well, but also the focus here on Tamal.
Yeah, and there's that Feather Airstrike. The damage is there, but Ziggy comes into the back, tries to push Prophecy back, but maybe a bit too much. The hook does land on, then went on blast with the flicker, does come down. Now, Tamal will be taken off the map. along with Luffy, but Indo is now here to help out. Kid trying to do a bit of damage. We're finally seeing him able to hold that front line. If Joy Bosch can do another one of those Numenon blasts, they may be able to turn this game around. But Lord now creeping down in the top lane. Kid should be able to make quick work of it if New Wave does not decide, and they are not going to move up to that top lane. They're going to take a tower in the bottom, take a tower in the mid, and just control the map. They've now taken everything but the inhibitors and are still holding strong with all 9 towers.
Man, tough situation once again to be for Team First Blood, right? They have to continuously work from this deficit at this point. Like you said, Kid, he starts to have some of this damage, but still it's really hard for him to actually find the angles that he needs to get in range to attack someone. I mean, who do you attack, right? If you focus on Ziggy and Joppa, who you need to really get down here, they both have good escape potential. I mean, Joppa alone is just very well protected because what we see from Tamal is a defensive use of the Bloody Hunt and an offensive use, right? He's really doing a great job on this Franco right now. And meanwhile, the same can be said for Dogtor, right? He's using that Black Dragon form in both ways that are really benefiting the team here. Now, Gina God Mode does have the 2 crucial items on Claude, right? And as you kind of progress from there, you will be able to output some of that damage that you need, but we can see the Blazing Duet time after time, clearing the minions, right? Trying to get as much gold as possible because we're still talking about a 6 to 7k gold deficit here, right? And they are going to be working as a team to find picks. This is big for them. This is exactly what Team First Blood has to do here.
Yeah, and they are starting to even things out. And I think, yeah, you just need to stay together, stay as a unit. You send Luffy over to the side, but I don't know. He's going to be a major role in some of these fights. Tamal, though, is giving the distance. The fear of that hook. Black Shoes comes out. Ziggy disengages. In New Wave this time, not being too aggressive. They're not going to make those early dive mistakes. Luffy is coming in from the top. The hook does land on, but Luffy in the background, able to slow down Joppa. The Numenon Blast comes in. Tamal taken out. It's a 1 for 2 as we speak. Joppa maybe neck. Gina God Mode picks up the kill along with Prophecy securing one. It's looking good for Team First Blood right now. Prophecy in Gina God Mode staying up. Look at Indo. Blazing Duet does come out. Indo tries to catch God Mode off temper, but he does not use that mirror image, so he's able to escape. But now Dogtor on the chase. Black Dragon is out. Gina God Mode may be getting a little bit too much damage, able to sidestep. Prophecy also here once again to help Gina God Mode out. Lord back up. Team First Blood back on their feet at only a 3 or 4k deficit. Should be able to possibly fight for this. Gina starting on this board, making quick work of it. Will New Wave contest this? They do have the numbers game. They can take this if they want. But Team First Blood does not want to give it up. Kid has moved in. Tamal does not steal it. Kid gets it. The feathered airstrike comes down and puts big damage on it. Tamal, he's forced to flicker away, and now they are coming in. New Wave doesn't want to give that Lord up for free. Luffy in a bad spot, able to dash away. Indo with the lethal counter, though, able to take it. And next will be Kid. That is 2 down for the price of a Lord. Joy Bosch could be next. Tamal does have that hook, able to land down. Joy Bosch strucken out. Joppa picks up the kill, and the Lord is melted. It's now 2 up against 5, and New Wave may try to finish this right here.
Oh, they're going to try to do their best to defend. They have great clear here, though. But can they actually clear?
I don't know if that airstrike comes down, but Joppa under the tower flickers in, brings Prophecy down about half health, but Blazing Duet is here. The Numenon Blast, or no, not the Numenon Blast, but the counter cannot finish it. New Wave forced to back off, but I like the aggression. I like that they're keeping it up. Team First Blood almost secures a big win on their side by taking that Lord and getting some pushback, but they're just not quite able to disengage.
So, I mean, in a way, the last 2 minutes or so that happened here was crucial for Team First Blood, right? They're able to get a little bit more gold on their side. They are still at a deficit, you know, a little bit here, 3-4k gold, but big item pickups, especially for Gina God Mode. Locking in this Wind of Nature will really help, you know, set up those Blazing Duets a little bit better here. And as we can see, where there's already a ton of damage coming out from Prophecy, right? But once again, I think it still depends on Luffy and as well as Joy Bosch to find those setups. That's what started this whole kind of swing for things. is Luffy's decisions and his placements. I mean, he is looking for angles himself to really come from the back lines, set the team up for victory here. And they could be looking for another play even on the top side here, right? They do need to also get that tier 1 turret down, but here we go.
Kill comes in. Ziggy brought down to about half health. Luffy with the heavy spin. Black Shoes brings her right back into the middle, but the Winter Truncheon is here. Bursted down from God Mode. Tamal will be next, able to flicker out with just a sliver of health. Now they're moving on to Indo. Indo taking down. Immortality pops, but it probably won't be enough. Gina God Mode gets the shutdown. Team First Blood now chasing down Tamal. He will be next. 3 members down for the price of prophecy. And oh, what a prophecy. Team First Blood is starting to turn this game around.
What a huge turnaround, Trex, because just that mistake alone from New Wave getting caught out there, Ziggy getting cut off, and now it's Team First Blood assaulting the base of New Wave.
Yeah, Doctor does get that Petrify off, but the Immortality helps Luffy survive another minute in this game. Gina God Mode trying to put some work into that top inhibitor tower. Ziggy and Doctor are here, but it feels like the playing field has been evened. Team First Blood, 14 seconds on the Lord. Can they take this championship?
Man, everybody has to reset. You know, everybody has to reset from this point. The next Lord's going to be up here. And it's a tough situation, right? It's a tough situation for both teams because New Wave, they were controlling so much of that early game here. I mean, this is the replay we were talking about. Ziggy got completely cut off, even used the Winter Truncheon, right? Tamal eventually goes down himself, but just look at Gina God Mode's damage at this point.
Ooh,
and
that's on the live.
Now the Lord
does come in. It looked like for a second I thought the conceal play was about to be big, but it seems like TFB just wants to jock back for position on his Lord. Movement on Blast does come down, lands onto Ziggy. Prophecy does not have that feather airstrike into yet, but Luffy with a big heavy spin, Jappa pinned, Indo pinned. This could be it. Kid keeping up the aggression. He's finally hit that power spike. Luffy in the back line. Dogport trying to come in, gets the Petrify and takes Prophecy out, but the Lord is into the hands of Team First Blood. They're making quick work. New Wave trying to come in, but Kid secures the Lord. Finally, the second Lord for Team First Blood, but this time they will have the ability to push with it.
The tables have turned, right? Now it's Team First Blood in the driver's seat for this march-in. And also look at the items, right? A nice defensive pickup here from Gina God Mode, the Athena's shield, because the damage coming out from Ziggy needs to be respected, right? Doesn't want to get blown up here. And at the same time, you can already see Kid is online. The guy's got massive damage items available to him. Luffy also picking up an Athena's shield. That's going to help him a little bit longer. Looking for some type of pick once again with the pin down, the heavy spin. They've just got to be careful because look at the setup here from Tamal waiting in that bush. Going to get actually taken out here just fine. Not going to be able to set up from there. So now it's New Wave. New Wave has to defend their base here as Team First Blood is getting ready for that assault.
Yeah, we were worried about the late game for Team First Blood, and they are now here. Luffy does come in, tries to use a heavy spin, not quite able to land it. Prophecy also uses up the utility of that Feathered Airstrike. Indo and Ziggy working on this Lord, but he does take the inhibitor. Now the Numenon Blast trying to cock up, but the hook connects, and down goes Joy Barge. He does get pulled in, still up, but the Petrify lands down. Luffy will fall. The Lord falls along with it. God Mode trying to do something here, but just not enough damage. Jappa comes into the back line, gets a nice snipe shot onto Joy Barge, but the Immortality is there to help keep him alive. Team First Blood now on the rebounds, trying to back off. You've taken an inhibitor. It's time to escape with your lives, but Doctor does not want to let that happen. Jappa coming around the top, able to take that camp, but Indo is hungry, chasing down God Mode. He does have a mirror image to try to escape this. Doctor forced to go back to base because they may lose another inhibitor here if they do not defend.
Well, what a best of one we have here, Trex. I mean, both teams neck and neck here in terms of gold items at this point. We're at the 18-minute mark. I mean, New Wave has one inhibitor turret down, but you gotta say, for the best of one, this is the best case scenario between two teams just duking it out. The next Lord comes up in about 45 seconds here. They got to be careful that no one gets picked off because, like I said, Tamal is still a threat. One hook could change the game. They got to be careful. Team First Blood continuously just sticking together, right? They want to be together as much as possible here and set up for this next Lord. Because the one advantage is, yes, New Wave does have that top turret down, right? 2 turrets are pretty low, but here we go.
Bloody Hunt does come in, but the Feather Airstrike helps push everyone back. Newman on blast, guzzling on small, but this could be bad for Joppa. The Blazing Duet comes in. Joppa in between all kid gets the kill. Dogtor now trying to engage, but I don't think you want to try to take this back off. Ziggy does not have those black shoes in God mode, knows it. Dogtor does get the petrify, but Gina's too strong. Kid picks up the kill. The rookie kid of the year right now, able to play it. Now Lord should fall into the hands of Team First Blood easily, and I don't know if New Wave wants to contest. The problem is I don't know if New Wave can defend this. They're down to a sliver of health on 2 inhibitors. This could be the game.
Well, they have Joppa coming up in about 20 seconds, so it's going to depend. Does Team First Blood push it in, or do they wait for the Lord here? Because they're already going in, Trex.
They are coming. The Feathered Airstrike comes down. Big damage onto Indo. The Lord is still out. Maybe over aggressive. The Bloody Hunt comes in. Luffy able to dash away. The Newman on blast keeps them at bay. And now the middle inhibitor, the bottom inhibitor, 10% health. A Lord coming down the top. 1 wave down the mid. They're not going to be able to sync up that bottom, but I don't think Team First Blood cares. Prophecy does not have the Feathered Airstrike, so it's going to be a bit of a problem as they try to push this. Joy Budge also down the Newman on blast. They don't have the utilities, and New Wave is ready. Finally, the Feathered Airstrike does come in. Tamal gets the hook onto Prophecy, though, able to stop that push a little bit earlier. Lord still on half health. Can New Wave defend this? They take out the Lord, but in comes the Newman on blast with the Blazing Duet. Dogtor brought down to nothing. Indoor down to 10%. The inhibitor finally breaks. The members of Team First Blood are going down. Joppa picking up a double, possibly a triple. The winner Truncheon is just not enough. It's only Luffy and New Wave may be able to reverse sweep this game. 3 inhibitors left. Can New Wave finish this here?
Oh my goodness. What a disaster for Team First Blood. They weren't able to get Joppa at all. Look at the replay here. It's left for Luffy to defend, but look at Joppa just coming back from that fountain and just unleashing here. And now Luffy trying to buy some time, all that he can, but it might not be enough.
What a finish. This is it. A wave of minions coming in, but 15 seconds is just too much. Gina God mode will not be back on the map. New Wave takes this. They're going to take this game. They're going to take this championship. New Wave takes the whole thing.
Man.
Victory!
Man, oh man. That